What's up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you my NFL Week 1 predictions. Now, if you guys watched my videos last year, you know that I took like 20 minutes to predict. Now I'm trying to keep them under like 12 minutes to predict all these games. If you guys want more in-depth stuff from me about these games, just send me an inbox on YouTube or comment down below, and I'll go a little bit more in-depth. I'm normally good at responding to the comments, so I hope you guys like that. Anyways, let's get started with predicting these games. Also, check out beforethesnap.com because that's where you get to see more football from me. And if you're interested about beforethesnap.com, send me a PM on YouTube and we can discuss it. Anyways, Ravens taking on the Broncos. I actually got the Ravens getting the upset here at Mile High Stadium. Yes, the conditioning is going to be a problem for the Ravens because they are playing in Mile High. The atmosphere in Mile High is really hard to play in, especially because they're above sea level, so your cardio is not all there yet. But I feel the Ravens still have a great deep attack to attack that weak Broncos secondary. I feel the Broncos offense is going to struggle, especially with the offensive line issues that they have. Von Miller is a huge factor missing in this game. So I actually think the Ravens actually have a good chance at beating the Broncos, but I see this being a close competitive game throughout. The Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Bills secondary, really, to be honest, is just Jerry as Bird. Stephon Gilmore is out. I feel Tom Brady is still going to have a huge game against the Bills like he normally has. If EJ Manuel was extremely healthy, and remember, guys, I film these videos on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So pretty much, I don't know the full injury report, who's coming back in time, who's playing. So, you know, if you see this video on a Friday or Saturday and it's like, I'm just going to give, for example, say if AJ Green got hurt and they don't know if he's going to play a game and they clear him on Saturday, just understand, guys, I'm not going to be able to get to that news in time, okay? I'm not going to be able to get into that news in time for the videos. So just understand, injuries, I can't predict if they're coming back or not because I film these on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So please respect me in that regards when I make these predictions. And no, I'm never going to change my predictions because once I predict something, I always believe it's locked in stone. I'm still choosing the Patriots even if EJ Manuel is playing quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. The Tennessee Titans take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really, to be honest here, I got the upset here with the Tennessee Titans. I'm an upset type of guy, and I really do like the Tennessee Titans offense. I think it's better than the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, and I really don't feel Pittsburgh's defense is on par. I mean, they're still going to do good. It's still going to be a good defense, but I really do think Tennessee's offense is very scary. Chris Johnson with the new guards that they picked up in Levitri and Warmack is going to run wild on this team along with Sean Green. Smash and Dash is back in Tennessee. Not only that, I like the receiving core in Kendall Wright, Kenny Britt, and Nate Washington. I really feel that the Tennessee Titans are going to have a good game and win this game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it kind of will be a close game, but I feel the Tennessee Titans will irk it out. I got the Falcons beating the Saints when they face off. Really, to be honest, I feel the Falcons are one of the most fun teams to watch in the NFL offensively. Defensively, they're an all-right defensive team, nothing elite. But the Saints' defense, their ass. Saints offense, really, to be honest, is just Breezes pulling magic out of his ass. Really, to be honest here, I feel Falcons will win this game. I feel Matt Ryan's going to have a huge game. I can see this game being close, but I actually want to say the Falcons will actually blow out the Saints here. Call me crazy, but I think the Falcons will blow out the Saints in this game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Jets. Really, the only story here is that Darrelle Revis is returning home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Darrelle Revis is facing his old team. Really, to be honest, Geno Smith, I believe he's going to be starting this game. It's not 100% sure. They may start Brady Quinn. But Geno Smith, really, to be honest, I always said this. He's not a guy that can start at the NFL and have your team get success right away. He's more of a guy that you build your team around, and it will take probably 3 or 4 years. But by those 3 or 4 years, you will have a great team around him, and he will do great stuff. He's not an RG3. He's not an Andrew Luck. He's not someone in this upcoming draft coming up where he will change a team's complexion just like that. He's more of a guy that's a building block guy, and I don't feel like he has enough talent to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And also, I feel Josh Freeman might have a big game because, you know, it's the start of his contract season. He wants to prove to Tampa Bay he's worth a lot of money, so he needs to deliver the goods here in this first game, especially against the Jets, because the Jets' defense, they are still a solid defense, even though their offense is kind of weak. The Kansas City Chiefs take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, the Jaguars are still. Oh, I predict Tampa Bay to beat the Jets, by the way. The Jaguars are still starting to blank out, which is ridiculous to me. Really, to be honest, this is going to be a nice defensive battle. I see a lot of field goals being kicked in this game. I really do think the Chiefs are going to squeak this one out. Maybe a couple touchdowns for Alex Smith. Maybe just one touchdown to Alex Smith. Maybe to Anthony Pisano. Yeah, for all those people who drafted Dwayne Bowe, Alex Smith, look at what he did to Michael Crabtree. He didn't do shit with him. He's normally a guy that likes to target his tight ends a lot. And really, to be honest, I really feel that's going to be the case here in Kansas City. So I really think Kansas City will win this game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Seahawks taking the Panthers. All right, I got the Seahawks winning this game. I don't think the Panthers have enough talent on offense to beat that overly talented Seahawks defense. Not to mention, Carolina's defense, Luke Kuechly is a boss. That's for sure. He has a chance to win Defensive Player of the Year. But I still feel Russell Wilson will pull Russell Wilson's the next Drew Brees, where he just pulls magic out of his ass. Really, to be honest here, I feel Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense will struggle a bit, and people are going to overreact. But I feel Seahawks defense will be able to clean up the pieces and win this football game. It won't be a close one. I feel the Seahawks will win probably by like 10, maybe 10 to 17 points. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Chicago Bears. Really, to be honest here, the Bears, I don't see them beating this Bengals team. I mean, this team is very talented on the defensive side of the ball. Very good interior defensive linemen. Very good defensive ends. Very good. They have a great front seven. It's the secondary that I'm kind of iffy on the Bengals. And I'm pretty sure Brandon Marshall will have a good game for Chicago because really, to be honest, that's Jay Cutler's favorite target. I mean, Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall, they're like bread and butter. They work well together no matter what team they're on. They just seem to have a great connection. It's too bad that connection hasn't done shit in the NFL at all. Really, to be honest, I really do feel that the Bengals will win this game. I see it being a close one. The Bears, they'll get at least one interception from Andy Dalton, and everyone will freak out. But that's pretty much it for the Chicago Bears. I don't really feel like they're going to dominate this whole game. The Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. I'm actually feeling the Browns upset here. I feel the Browns have one of the most underrated defenses in the NFL. Most people just look at the record and think they suck. But that defense keeps them close into games. I also feel that Brandon Weeden, he's going to have a huge improvement this season. Now, I would be more confident in the Browns if Josh Gordon wasn't suspended. But since Josh Gordon's suspended, really, to be honest, this could be anyone's game. I'm just not a believer in the Dolphins this year. I'm not a huge believer in the Dolphins this year. Maybe this game can make me change his mind. Mike Wallace, he's familiar playing against the Browns. I mean, he used to be in the AFC North, so maybe he knows some tricks that he can use when he runs his routes to beat out Joe Hayden and a bunch of other cornerbacks on the Browns roster. So it'll be an interesting game, but I still think the Cleveland Browns will pull it out. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Detroit Lions. This is one of my most interesting games. This is one of the hardest games to predict because I don't know which team is going to look out better. But to me, I am going with the Detroit Lions here. I really am excited to see what Reggie Bush, Megatron, and Matthew Stafford, Nate Burleson, and Ryan Broyles can do for like all 4 quarters of the game. I'm very interested to see how this offense runs. This is another team, just like the Falcons, who are exciting to watch. I feel the Detroit Lions will win this game. I mean, Adrian Peterson's a great running back, but I don't know how Christian Ponder is going to turn up because this Lions defense, they actually look a lot better than in previous years, and I feel Christian Ponder might have some struggles in this game. So it's going to be an interesting game nonetheless, but I got the Detroit Lions winning this game. All right, the Raiders are taking on the Colts. This could either be the game where Terrell Pryor shocks the NFL world and defeats the Indianapolis Colts just because the Colts defense still is not a top-notch defense, or Andrew Luck just destroys that terrible Raiders defense. I'm going with the other part with Andrew Luck destroying the Colts destroying the Raiders terrible-ass defense, and the Colts winning this football game. All right, we got one of the games of the week with the Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Really, to be honest here, I normally would choose San Fran in this situation, but I'm just not a big believer in San Fran's receiving core right now. I mean, if Michael Crabtree was healthy, I would probably go more with San Fran. But with Anquan Boldin, Mario Manningham, and I believe now Jonathan Baldwin being your 3 starting receivers, it's going to be a struggle. If Vernon Davis shows up and does really good this game, because really, to be honest, I think that he needs to really step it up huge for the 49ers this year since Crabtree's hurt, then yeah, maybe the 49ers have a chance. But I really do like the Packers offense. San Francisco's defense is still very great, so they're going to cause some troubles for that Packers offensive line. But I really do feel the Packers offense will score enough points, will outscore the 49ers. It will be a close game, but I feel the Green Bay Packers will just etch it out near the end of it all. Wow, I almost said the St. Louis Cardinals. But the St. Louis Rams are facing the Arizona Cardinals in St. Louis. This is an interesting game because both of these teams, they're dark horses in the NFC West. I mean, the NFC West, we all talk about the Seattle Seahawks. We all talk about the San Francisco 49ers. These two teams want to say, hey, look, we're in this division too. Let's try to show what we got. Cardinals, they got new pieces at the quarterback and running back position with Rashad Mendenhall and Carson Palmer. You know, this Cardinals team, it has a chance to be one of the most scariest teams in the NFL. In fact, I wrote an article on ReporterSnap.com how they're my #2 sleeper team in the NFL. I like the Rams, but I feel like they're missing something on offense to really make them stand out on the pack. Maybe a big, true #1 wide receiver. I like Tavon Austin, but he ain't a #1 receiver in my personal opinion. The defense for the Rams is vicious. It's going to be an interesting game nonetheless. The Cardinals defense, I just feel is a bunch of old people playing defense, and they make weird plays at times. But I actually got the Arizona Cardinals winning this game over the St. Louis Rams. I think this will be a close game, and it will be an interesting game nonetheless. The New York Giants go into Jerry's World, the AT&T Stadium, against the Cowboys. And the Giants, ever since Jerry's World has opened up, they've been undefeated. They're 4-0 inside of that Cowboys stadium. And that's a huge motivation factor for the Giants. And the Cowboys, they need to protect their house against the Giants. I mean, 4-0 since that stadium's entered. Come on, the Cowboys, what are you doing? But really, to be honest here, I actually think the Cowboys will upset the New York Giants in Jerry's World. Yes, I actually do believe that. Most people are not choosing the Cowboys. I am choosing the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will upset the New York Giants, finally win a game against them. I feel Tony Romo, Dez Bryant have been in sync this whole offseason from training camps that I saw. I feel they've looked great, looked awesome together. I got the Cowboys winning this game. Both defense, and also Cowboys defense is finally healthy. I feel like the Cowboys defense is finally healthy, and it will be interesting to see how that healthy defense does against a really good Giants offense that is looking to finally be getting healthy with Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks coming back to play for them. So I got the Cowboys winning this game, though. I really do like the Cowboys offensively and defensively over the Giants. Now we get on to the Monday night games. We have 2 Monday night games, as always, kicking off the NFL season. We got Chip Kelly's Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Redskins. This is going to be a fun-ass game. I really see a lot of fast movement. You know, we got Vic versus RG3. You know, RG3 is actually starting this game despite reports about his knee and everything. I really do feel that the Redskins, though, they have enough talent on offense to win this game. Plus, I don't think Philadelphia is used to the 3-4 defense that they have changed to. It's going to take a couple weeks more before they get used to that defense and do really well in it. But I can see them giving the Redskins some struggles with the read option because, you know, pretty much Chip Kelly knows how read options work. So I don't really expect RG3 and Alfred Morris to be dominating the ground game. I really do feel they can attack the passing game and do well. The Eagles, I don't count them out, but I do feel the Redskins are a better team than the Eagles, and I have the Washington Redskins being the Eagles. Now we got the Houston Texans taking on the San Diego Superchargers. Really, to be honest here, the Chargers defense and Texans defense, they're pretty solid defenses. I feel the Texans defense and the Chargers defense, well, the Texans have the best defensive linemen in the NFL. Let's face it, J.J. Watt's a fucking beast. Have one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL. The Chargers, they have nice little front seven. Their secondary still sucks. And to me, the Texans secondary is not really that impressive. But this is an interesting game between these two teams. It all depends on which offense actually shows up. Will Phillip Rivers stop being the same quarterback that he was, you know, pretty much, 3 years ago? Is the offensive line going to protect him? Is he going to go back to the Phillip Rivers that people were chanting MVP for? I mean, really, to be honest, that's the question here. Phillip Rivers shows up, doesn't turn over the football. It's going to be a good game for the San Diego Chargers. But even then, I feel the Houston Texans wild card is DeAndre Hopkins. You know, I heard that he's got the green light. He's ready to go to play in this game. I feel the Texans overall are a better team than the Chargers, and that's why I'm choosing the Houston Texans to defeat the San Diego Superchargers. Tell me, guys, down below, what are your predictions for the NFL? I really want to know. If you guys have any questions for my predictions, just inbox me here on YouTube, and I'll give you more in-depth thoughts about, why I chose a certain team to win those games. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoy your NFL Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. It's going to be a crazy game. And also tell me if you guys want me to do it where I predict the Thursday night games, just the Thursday night game, and I go more in depth for that game. And then, on Saturday maybe or Friday, I predict the NFL games when all the injuries are clear, so I won't have that injury issue. Tell me down below what you guys would rather see me do. It would really help me. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like me, subscribe for, pro wrestling, MMA, and football, sports videos in general. Check out my Twitter at ChaseOff68. Check out ReporterSnap.com, at ReporterSnap, YouTube.com/ReporterSnap. That's pretty much it I have for you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you like my predictions. I'll see you all later. Peace!